Joining me right now is Harvard Law Professor Emeritus and author of the book, Get Trump, The Threat to Civil Liberties, Due Process and Our Constitutional Rule of Law, a must-read. Alan Dershowitz is back with me. Alan, good to see you. I want to get your take on this because you were in that courtroom. In fact, I believe you had a front row seat. Tell us everything that went down yesterday and what you witnessed specifically.
I have to tell you, I've been in courtrooms for 60 years. I've never seen a spectacle like that. The judge absolutely imploded. He absolutely blew up when Costello dared to raise an eyebrow about some of his rulings. I raised my eyebrows. My eyes rolled. I stared him down. I've never heard so many erroneous rulings in such a brief period of time. And then you know, Cohen passed right by me. He brushed his leg next to mine. I was so close to him. Again, I've rarely seen so many lies. He swears under oath that he would not have accepted a pardon. He wouldn't have accepted a pardon. He had already told Costello he would do anything to avoid going to prison. Lie, cheat, steal, do anything, but he wouldn't have accepted a pardon from Donald Trump. That was such a clear lie. And then the judge refuses to grant the motion saying, well, you know, if Cohen lied, you got 12 New Yorkers here. 12 New Yorkers will see through the lies. Not if the 12 New Yorkers desperately want to make sure that Trump doesn't run for president, doesn't become president. So the judge is abdicating his responsibility. He should grant an acquittal. There is no evidence, zero evidence, that Trump knew about the way in which the money was booked, whether it was a legal expense or reimbursement for an expense. No evidence that Trump had any knowledge of that. And Costello testified quite credibly that that Cohen admitted. He admitted that Trump didn't know anything about it. And so the only basis for even part of the conviction is that 82-second phone call, which was about a 14-year-old who was harassing Cohen. And Cohen claims also in the phone call, without any corroboration, he got the approval of Trump to make the payment, not the approval to list it as legal expenses, which is the key. So this case should never go to the jury. There's nothing to the case. It's the weakest case I've seen in 60 years of teaching, practicing, and writing about criminal law.
Unbelievable. Alan, I have two questions for you. Number one, do you believe the jury sees it the way that you do? Was it that obvious? And also, in terms of the cross-examination today, Robert Costello, yesterday it felt like, I mean, from all of the reporting and what you just said, it felt like the judge was really getting on Robert Costello. Was it obvious that the judge was against Costello? Was it obvious that the judge was, you know, was basically biased here from your standpoint?
Obvious to me, but I was in the courtroom when the jury was thrown out and all the media was thrown out. By the way, throwing out the media denies Trump the right to a public trial under the Sixth Amendment. The other thing that's interesting is I was at the trial as an observer. I'm not a political supporter of the Republicans or of Donald Trump. And yet you should see the emails I'm getting, the hate mail for even appearing at the trial with Donald Trump. NBC writes a report. I go over to my friend Norm Eisen, who is my former student, my former research assistant. He's in the courtroom. He's a CNN guy. And I say, hey, Norm, how are you? We have a momentary friendly chat. NBC reports Dershowitz screamed at Eisen. He's an opponent of his. And, you know, made up a whole story. NBC made up a complete total story. I spoke to Norm Eisen this morning. He's going to write to NBC, but you cannot believe anything you hear about what goes on in that courtroom, which is why it should be on television. I wish the world had seen the way Judge Marchant ruled and the way he blew up and imploded when somebody rolled their eyes. You know, you have a constitutional right to roll your eyes. You have a constitutional right to stare at somebody, and no judge can deny you that right. He's not. This is not his courtroom. This is a courtroom for all New Yorkers and all Americans.
Well, let me tell you, I mean, this whole cancel culture is really getting old. And, you know, the attacks on people who support justice and support a fair system are just ridiculous. And you have to ignore it, Alan. I understand. But let me get your take on...
Well, no, you fight back.
Well,
you don't
fight back also. That's true. Yeah.
Call them out on it because it's destroying America.
It is destroying America. You're right, Alan. What about when Michael Cohen admitted he stole $60,000 from Trump? When I read that, I was astounded. So He
Well,
basically admitted that he put $20,000 in a bag, gave it to the vendor, and kept the rest. Tell me how that went down, Alan.
People were shocked. You could see the jury paying close attention. I was hoping for a Perry Mason moment. The police would walk in and put handcuffs on him. There he is, admitted grand larceny, admitting that he hasn't paid it back, admitting that he still owes the money to him and he's never going to pay it back. And you'd expect the jury would take that into consideration. Here's a guy who does not know how to deal with financial matters for a company for which he has a fiduciary obligation. Would you buy a used car from this guy? And if you wouldn't buy a used car from this guy, and there's no one out there who would buy a used car from Michael Cohen, can you really convict the Republican nominee for president of the United States and end his political career based on the testimony of somebody you wouldn't buy a used car from?
Wow.
I would hope the jury would see through this. But with this jury, you never know.
Wow. Well, it's all quite extraordinary, and you called it with your book, Get Trump. That's what they're trying to do. Alan, it's great to see you this morning, sir. Thank you.
Always nice to see you. Thank you.
All right. Alan Dershowitz joining us.